Let's do both.
Sounds good. Ready?
Let me just take off my hands out of my bag.
You good?
Yes.
Okay. Hey everyone, we're back here at the Ann Arbor Art Fair 2022, and we're here with Michael, who is a longtime, he loves CTN, right? He's a supporter, been on the channel before, and he's also a fair goer today.
Yes.
So Michael, tell us where you're from, because I believe you're local.
I am indeed from Ann Arbor. Go Wolverines. Go Blue.
And what are you doing here today?
I am just enjoying myself here at the Ann Arbor Art Fair. I absolutely love it, and I volunteered in the past. I'd like to thank Marcy Terrigan, who is the volunteer director. She does a great job getting our volunteers all together, and this keeps this fair running smoothly, along with our executive director, I forget her name of the Ann Arbor original.
Okay, yeah, I think
Mrs. Angela Klein, I think it was. And forgive me, but I believe that's Angela Klein, the executive director of the original art fair.
Okay.
I love what she does, and you know,
Awesome.
it's such a great fair.
So are you going to be buying anything or looking for anything specific this weekend?
Maybe tomorrow. I'm going to be here tomorrow. I'm looking at something maybe like a small, like a painting or sculpture or something like that.
okay.
Looking for my sister and her husband's anniversary gift. I want them to get him something very special.
Well, this is definitely the place to do it, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's sky's the limit here with things you can buy for something sweet like that.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Michael, for talking with us today.
You're very welcome. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good weekend.
Thanks. You too.
Hey, everyone. I am Melissa down here at Art Fair in Ann Arbor, and today we are talking with Tim Peters. Welcome, Tim.
Thank you.
So, Tim, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Winter Haven, Florida, a little bit south of Orlando.
Okay, so you've come up here for the 3 days from Florida. How are you liking the weather?
It's just like home. You know, 90 degrees, 90% humidity. I could have stayed in Orlando.
Of course, of course. Well, let's talk a little bit about your art. It's beautiful. We've got the porcelain sculptures and wall sculptures. So fill us in about the art and what you've been doing and how you came to create this.
I took a year off deciding grad school or med school, met my wife, and became a potter. Yes, parents, never let your children take a year off. So anyway, she had just taught herself how to throw. We wanted to do something together. She taught me how to throw. She started carving. And now 38 years later, we both throw the vessels, we both carve the designs, and we both glaze.
Very interesting. Well, you have beautiful work. Tell us a little bit about it. Some of the pieces.
The vessels are thrown on a potter's wheel for the whole shape. And when it's completely air dry, it's like chalk, dry clay. We use an X-Acto knife and carve every tree into the porcelain before we fire them. So every tree on every piece is different. The iridescent colors you see on some of them are my glaze. I use that to accent the carving, and I leave the carving unglazed for contrast.
So tell me how long would a piece take? Of course, I have to know. This beautiful one.
This one, for freaking ever. Okay. It sounds coy, but I don't time it.
Sure.
Well,
Okay.
It's such focused work that we can spend 15 to 20 minutes on any one piece carving. As soon as we are the slightest bit distracted, we stop, put that piece back on the shelf, get another piece. Work on that for 15 to 20 minutes, put that one back on the shelf, go to another one. So I never do one piece straight through, and I never add up the time for any of them. We worked on this off and on for about 6 months.
Oh, wow, 6 months. Okay, but understanding, I understand you don't do the time. Beautiful. Have you been here before to the art fair?
We were here in 1989. I know, so long ago, so old.
I was going to say, do you have like clients that come see you here, but you haven't been here in a while?
I haven't been here in a while, but I was in St. Joseph, Michigan doing a bunch of shows, and then a show in Toledo, some in Cleveland, Kentucky, Kansas. So our clients will either call us, ask us what we have, ask us to send them pictures, or just travel to a show, make it a destination event.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Tim, and good luck, and enjoy the couple of days here in Ann Arbor.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good luck. Thank you.
Seal the fountain, banish foes, and begin rebirth. sway. Visitors bring light of day and follow the hero's way, and will save my home. All the stories I believe.
Hi, we're at the art fair down here with artist Mike Madak. So, Mike, can you kind of tell us what medium do you work in?
Right now, my newest work is I've been working in like digital work. I came from painting, and so I've kind of transitioned into doing more of a digital type work on a Wacom tablet and graphics programs.
That's awesome. So, what made you want to participate in the Ann Arbor Art Fair specifically?
I've been doing it for about my 5th year, maybe. So I know it's a good show, and I've always had a really good support here, and I've sort of come back every year and with some new stuff, and hopefully people like it.
And where are you based out of?
I'm out of Cincinnati. Technically, I live in Kentucky, in Covington, Kentucky, but I'm right downtown Cincinnati.
And what does a day look like for you? Like getting all of your stuff here, transporting all your goods here, what does that look like?
Oh, it's work. It's so much work. It's not even like I heard someone say like these shows got to be stressful for artists, and they're talking about it like, oh well, people buy my work. I mean, that's not. I have no control over that.
Right.
It's like getting ready, making sure I have everything. Like with this tent, if I'm missing one single piece out of my bag, then the whole tent can't go up.
Oh.
So that is the worst thing, is like prepping for the show. Once you're here and set up, it's just sitting around and waiting people to look at your work.
Right.
So,
And how many people do you see in your booth on a given day, do you think?
oh man, that's hard to say. A couple hundred,
Oh.
probably. They come in and out, maybe 200 or 300.
So, can you show us your favorite piece and kind of tell us about it?
Sure. I'll show you some of my newest work. I guess one of these bigger ones here. So I've been doing some fantasy world building, just creating these scenes and these characters, basically drawing whatever I want and then making sense of it afterwards and sort of collecting it all as a single world. And so I have different scenes. This is one of my favorite ones. It's sort of a pumpkin village here. I just love the idea of like it came from like that Mother Goose, like Mother Hubbard had that giant shoe with all his kids. So, and what's fun about this, like I said, I've been working in digital. I did the sketch initially, but if you look closely, there's actual pumpkin textures in the pumpkins.
Oh, wow.
I grew pumpkins one year and I took a bunch of pictures. So they're actually my pumpkins that are pictured in there. So it's a little bit of photography, drawing, and graphics. So.
That's awesome. And can you walk us through a day of the art fair as an artist? Like, besides the setting up, like, what does it look like to just hang out here for a day?
Well, in the morning, I find it's like the only really time you have to yourself. So I'll get up a little early and get my coffee, or go exercise, or do something like that. I'll get here, set up the show. Only takes about a half hour. And really, you just sit around and you wait. I'm really good at sitting around doing nothing. And so just people come in, ask me about my work, and yeah, and hopefully, if they want to buy it, that's great. If not, it's okay too. So.
All right. So, what are some things that you guys are excited to see today?
I'm very excited to see paintings, unique art. I love jewelry, so those are a few of the things that I'm looking for.
I'm also looking for paintings. That's something I specifically came to see, and there's a lot of good ones so far.
This is the place for it. And what has been your favorite booth or display so far, or just general atmospheric things that you've been enjoying about the art fair so far?
We have commented several times, the weather is perfect. It's not too crowded, so we feel like we picked a great day, a great time. And we just love the feeling, the outdoor, lots of people doing a lot of different things. So,
Yeah, it's hard to add much to that, but I like the setting. I think it's just in a beautiful downtown area, and it's easy access. We had great parking. I was surprised how easy that was.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. And where are you guys visiting from?
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, so good to have you here. It's a little bit of a hike down from there, so we appreciate you coming out. And how many times have you visited before? Is this your first time?
It is my first time to the art show, and I'm very excited. We've talked about it for a couple of years. My daughter lives in Toledo, and they come to Ann Arbor all the time. So, and Zingerman's, they always go there, so we just ordered lunch because we're told you have to pre-order or you're not going to get it. So I'm excited to see Ann Arbor because I've never been here.
I forget the question. What was the question?
How many times have you visited before, or is this
Oh.
your first time?
This is my first time to visit, but I've heard about this art festival for years. I've always wanted to come. So finally, my good friend invited me to come with her and her daughter, and we're enjoying it.
Love it. So what makes this art fair uniquely Ann Arbor, do you think?
What makes it uniquely Ann Arbor is the fact that it's in downtown Ann Arbor, which is one of the cutest little places you could have an arts festival. Love seeing the city.
And I think also the fact that you researched the history about the art fair, and it's 3-in-1.
Right.
So it sounds like it's evolved, and I just think that's really cool.
Always.
Ottawa is about to be one of the first cities in Canada with advisory cycling lanes. Popular in Europe and in the US, the system is great for adding cycling lanes to streets where they wouldn't otherwise fit, narrow roads with low volume traffic and low speeds. Here's how they work. Traffic from both sides share one center lane. Cycling lanes are placed on each side of the road. When there are two drivers traveling in opposite directions, the vehicles move into the cycling lanes to pass each other safely. What happens if there's a bike in the cycling lane? Whoever is in front has the right of way. Vehicles travel behind the bike, but can then move back into the center lane when it is safe to do so. It is a whole new way for drivers and cyclists to share the road.
The locations for the advisory bike lanes in Ann Arbor have been deployed on East Summit Street, Granger between State Street and Packer, and in the downtown on East William Street and South First Avenue.
CTN Sports, bringing local sports to you.
All right, so I am here at Robert Lyle's booth. So Robert, can you tell us what medium you work in?
I work in recycled metals. I go to scrap yards and I treasure hunt, and I find wonderful things to recycle and to make things out of into.
Amazing. So what made you want to participate in the Ann Arbor Art Fair specifically?
The Guild. I've been here for over 10 years now, and it's a good place for artisans to make money, and there's nice people here.
Absolutely. So where are you based out of?
Just south of Des Moines, Iowa. It's called Indianola. I live in the country, have a little acreage, so I have lots of room to play.
Amazing. So can you kind of talk about your favorite piece or your concept and tell us about it?
I make a lot of different shapes. One of the things I do is I make a lot of hearts. And the reason I make hearts, people like hearts. And you have to look on both sides of my material because I use recycled material. Because I do that, sometimes it's a completely different texture on one side. And sometimes it's just a history of the piece that's interesting, what it was, where it came from. And if I find red, it's going to become either a cardinal or a heart. And it eliminates a lot of work of painting.
Fair enough. So can you kind of walk us through the process of maybe creating one of your pieces and what the timeline of that looks like?
New question for me. I got to think for a moment. Okay.
Just do one of your faces now.
Okay, my face. I go wandering through the scrap yards. I see a shape. I saw that as a mouth. Great mouth. Great shape there. There's drop-offs. These become eyes. And what I try to do is I make it so it can be used 3 ways. This way, you hang it on a wall for one piece. You put a little short rod on a small base. Now we have a table piece. For people to actually have yards, we put a long rod on it. Now it goes out in their garden.
Beautiful.
And that's what we do on a lot of our product. We make them so they can be used 3 ways. And I've been known to tear things apart, put them back together, because you want a blue instead of a green. I'll change it. I'll work with you. And that's what we do, you know. And the other things, I want to walk over here. I found some red material. That's red. I take a little grinder, do Picasso type work. It comes to face. At $15, very affordable. If it was in the wrong gallery, they'd make it $150. But I sell more. And so it's just a process of go treasure hunting, find things, go to my workshop. I take what's called pixie dust. Take your skills that you have, and you make magic. You take a raw piece and you go, oh, this is what you're going to be. And sometimes they go, no. It's not going to work. So you listen to the piece, and sometimes it tells you what it wants to be, and then customers come give you money. We call these magic kingdoms. We're here for a short period of time, and poof, we go somewhere else, and we see our friends again, and yeah, that's the process.
Beautiful. So can you tell me a little bit more about why you decided to use recycled pieces for your art?
I came out of the sheet metal trade as a journeyman. I bought all the tools of the trade that I needed, and I started doing art as a side business. And a good journeyman's lazy. He uses this, not this, to do work. And so I could make a flower, or I can make a flower. And so sometimes half the work's already done for you, and that's an important part of life. Use your mind to be productive. Don't use your back.
Work smarter, not harder, right?
That's the correct version of it, too.
All right. And is there anything that I might have missed that you wanted to add?
Yes. Talk about your capital copper.
Oh, yes. Back here, I'm from the state of Iowa. Our Capitol roof has copper on it. I knew the contractor because I worked for him before, and this is 100-year-old copper.
Oh, wow.
So the greens are natural patinas. Next month, we're back home in Iowa, and I will have a whole table of the state of Iowa pins on it, and I will put the hearts in all different points. And I know girls like earrings.
They sure do.
So we make earrings. And then for the males, over here, I made a whale and fish.
Wow.
And again, nice colors to it. And if you listen to your audience, what they're looking for, you have a market. There's people who make really good product, but they have a small market. And I choose to have the biggest market as I can. And that's what we do. And we sit here and take wire and bend wire and make shapes out of it. And there's very few people on the circuit to do what we do. There's other people.
We don't really see a lot of stuff like this.
No, and I use the shotgun approach. Sometimes I have to take things out to make it less crowded.
Right.
But that's what we do. Next question then.
Is that it? The last one.
Thank you so much for Ann Arbor. We really appreciate being here. We absolutely love the Michigan. We love being in Ann Arbor. We hope to be back here.
We enjoy being here. I enjoy being with the guild, and they do a nice job for us. And the show is so big it takes 2 days to really see it right.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, we're happy to be here.
Thank you so.
For many more years.
So what are some things that you guys are excited to see today?
Oh, I love the local art is the best. Seeing all the different styles of paintings and the way people interpret Michigan is really cool. But also just seeing the different kinds of art that comes from around the country as well. Yeah.
I've enjoyed the jewelry. I like looking at the different colors and shapes and styles.
I think the pottery's been really cool to check out.
I was just going to say that, just the different pottery and the mugs and everything is really cool.
Nice. All right, so where are you guys visiting from?
I live here, so I'm from Ann Arbor.
Resident, love it.
I'm from Lockport, Illinois. It's a suburb of Chicago.
Amazing.
I'm from Grand Rapids, so just the other side of the state.
I'm from St. Charles, Illinois, so also a suburb of Chicago.
Amazing. So since you guys are from such a mishmash of locations, how do you guys know each other?
Well, interesting. So us three, we went to school together, and then we're missing someone that we went to school with. Her twin sister.
Okay.
And so, we went to school together for the most part.
Got it, love it. So how many times have you guys visited before? Is this your first time? Tell us the things.
A few times. I mean, every year of my life.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm also a resident Ann Arbor.
Awesome.
So.
Yesterday was my first time in Ann Arbor, and we walked through it at like nighttime-ish, and it was cool. Yeah.
I've been to Ann Arbor a few times, but this is my first time at the art fair.
First time in Ann Arbor, and just, really, really great atmosphere, and everyone just walking around, really friendly people, so.
Love it. Well, glad to have you guys here. So what do you guys think makes the art fair uniquely Ann Arbor? And I'll start with resident first.
So I haven't been to any other art fairs, I'll tell you that. But I think that it brings out everyone in Ann Arbor, and the art represents that in a way. I mean, you have such a wide array of different kinds of styles and artwork and even what people are showing off, whether it be art or their food or whatever. And I think Ann Arbor is kind of that. It is just a mishmash of you name it. We got an eclectic group of people here, and it's an eclectic bunch of art. So I think that fits pretty well.
Adam did a really good job. I'm not sure how I'm gonna top that, but it does seem like a very diverse and cool place to live, and very modern and up with the times. And I feel like the art kind of reflects that in itself.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of different talent is kind of shown, which is cool. Maybe that's not really realized until it's all shown on the streets. So it's pretty cool.
What really stands out to me is that even though it is diverse, it's still the Michigan pride everywhere, of either the school or just Michigan in general. You can tell that's throughout the whole thing. So.
Amazing. All right, so that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Do you have anything you want to add, anything you want to plug? We're on the YouTube, so whatever you want to add.
I got this hat here today.
I don't have anything to plug, but she looks great in that hat.
He was a really good, yes, it is a crushable. He was a great salesman, and I love it. Yeah.
Tighten it too.
Yeah. He added these flowers for me, so it's fabulous.
All right, well, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate the time, and have a great day. Enjoy the sun. Take care.
What if the city of Ann Arbor created a reliable, 100% clean, affordable, locally built, and community-owned energy utility? The city is looking to do just that by creating the Ann Arbor Sustainable Energy Utility, or SEU, a community-owned energy utility that provides electricity from local solar and battery storage systems installed on homes and businesses throughout the city. Learn more and share your thoughts on the proposed sustainable energy utility by going to a2gov.org/A2SEU.
Hi, I'm Tina Stevens, volunteer and outreach coordinator with the City of Ann Arbor's Natural Area Preservation. Our mission is to protect and restore Ann Arbor's natural areas and to foster an environmental ethic within the community. There are many ways that you can volunteer to support the natural areas, including volunteering with our breeding bird survey program, becoming a turtle steward, or taking photos as part of our photo monitoring program. You can even volunteer to join our prescribed burn crew. Most folks volunteer by attending our public work days, which take place nearly every weekend. At these events, we do things like hand pull invasive garlic mustard, cut invasive shrubs, or collect and spread native seeds. To learn more about NAP or how to volunteer with these opportunities, visit www.a2gov.org/NAP.
Catch up on FYI and other CTN programs at a2gov.org/watchctn.
All right, so we are here at Sydney Carter's booth. So Sydney, can you tell us what medium you work in?
I work with acrylics, and I use a lot of texture underneath.
I love it. So what kind of made you want to participate in the Ann Arbor Art Fair specifically?
Because who wouldn't want to come to Ann Arbor? This is a beautiful place. I mean, this is probably about my 5th show here, and I look forward to coming back again. But every year it's great for me.
Love it. So where are you based out of?
I live in Powder Springs, Georgia, right outside of Atlanta.
And what's that travel kind of like? So can you tell us about the process of getting all of your work here, setting up, what that looks like driving all the way from Georgia?
Yes, ma'am. The things that people don't see, right?
Right.
Yeah, I just loading up my van. First, building my frames, painting, building my frames, getting everything together, and then making sure I get the right hotel to stay in,
Right.
and then the gas, of course, and then hitting the road. It's a lot to do. Big process to get ready to come and do these
Right.
shows.
And how long does it take to kind of build the entire portfolio of stuff that you show here?
It's been some years. I have some reproductions that I no longer have the originals on, so but I've been at this for over 30 years.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing. So can you walk us through maybe the process of creating one of your paintings and what the timeline for that looks like?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I sketched the painting out with paint, and then I use texture underneath to build it. I use ceramic tile adhesive, sometimes modeling paste to build texture, because acrylic doesn't really give you texture. You have to create your own. And then I begin to paint and layer, and this is what you come out with.
And can you tell us a little bit more about your subject matter and why you might pick the things that you paint about?
Love music. I visit a lot of jazz festivals and stuff and show my artworks, and so I paint about music, and who can go wrong with music?
Right.
It appeals to everyone, So I have, my favorite is the guy playing the saxophone.
All right, and I'll give Mike some room
yeah.
to shoot that.
So, and that's all the texture you see underneath is like I said, modeling paste and ceramic tile adhesive, and then I paint on top of that.
That's great. So can you walk us through a day at the art fair as an artist? Like, what does it look like to wake up in the morning and come down here for you?
Man, it's a blessing. I wake up every morning at 3 o'clock and paint.
Wow.
God gave me a gift, and I'm trying to show him that I appreciate it, So I get up at 3, paint, and then I listen to my church service, and then at 7 o'clock I go work out, come back to my studio and build frames. So it's all day long.